Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of my Hornby hobby. So in the last video I did a tribute to 040s, which is how a lot of people, including myself, get started in the hobby because they're pretty low maintenance. There's not really much to them, it's just a motor that's connected to the wheels and you'll probably have a couple of pickups there. It's not really much going on, so there's very little to go wrong, and they're built like tanks. Now we're going to be making a step up to the legendary 060. And 060s are, well, they've got 6 wheels. In fact, let me just do this. 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy dome. And just like 040s, these are very, very low detailed. There's no handrails to snap off. There's very little that can break off on them. But the motor's a bit more complex. And, you know, the inner workings. So once you've learned how to maintain an 040, then this is your next step. Because there's a little bit more to it, but it's still doable for a beginner. And a lot of people probably might start their Hornby hobby with the Thomas and Friends sets. You can't really get them anymore. Not like you can get Hornby sets anymore. Well, you can still get them. And, you know, especially if you're a fan of Thomas, if you want to create your own pseudo, then that's the way to start. Get a Thomas and Friends Hornby track set, or train set, sorry. But yeah, the details are quite sporadic, is what I'll say. There is detailing of all the valves and regulators and stuff in the cab, but they're not painted, which is something that, you know, you'd probably get on a very high-end model, but not a model like an 060. And they can come in all different shapes and sizes. Now, this is a Triang Ginty, which a lot of people think is what Thomas is modelled after. He's not. He's modelled off an E2. Okay. The Ginty is what they use for Day Out with Thomas events around the world. Now, this being a Triang model, it's going to have a lot less detail. I mean, even though I can see that there should be detailing of stripes down the boiler, a lot like Thomas has, but they're not painted. The whistles, they're not metal. You know, there's no sprung buffers, there's no handrails, nothing. And on top of that, you can see the motor inside the cab. So, and then there's the bottom of it. So again, it's still a motor that goes to a certain set of wheels that turn, and then the rest are just connected by conrods. So then they're all locked together. But yeah, this is an old style Triang model, which is what Hornby were before. Well, actually, Triang was a separate company. Then they bought Hornby out, and then it became Triang Hornby, and then it turned into Hornby. So technically, everything that's labelled Hornby in the last 20 years or so has been Triang, technically. They just rebranded it because a lot of people trust the Hornby name a lot more. And then, of course, it's not just steamies, it's also diesels. This is literally diesel. And again, just like the Ginty, this is a Triang model. So this time there is a bit more. So you'll have the ladders around the cab, around the front end. I don't know very much about diesels. I know next to nothing about diesels compared to what I know about steam engines. But yeah, it still looks good. And they've got a nice weight to them. That's one thing to notice. All 3 of my 060s have got a decent weight to them when compared to an 040. There's definitely a difference in weight there, which is good because it's got more weight, so the wheels will stay in contact with the track and you've got more power. So yeah, and I think that 060s are in the same vein as 040s, that they're kind of the unsung heroes. They're kind of how you start. I mean, everyone, I can't speak for everyone, but for me, what I was imagining when I started this hobby, that I have a huge layout with all big, impressive engines like Tornado, Flying Scotsman, Mallard, but maybe not those. But, you know, big, impressive steamers. You know, tender engines. That's what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting to use 060s or even 040s. But over the last year that I've had mine, I've grown a love for 040s, and especially steam engines. Because steam engines are poetry in motion. So just like with the 040s, I'll give you the exact same advice. If you've got some 060s now, then run them around your track. Give them a bit of love. Show them that you care. Show them that you still love them as much as you did when they were bought for you, or you bought them, or whatever, however you came to acquire them. Show them that you're grateful for their service. I mean, I'm going to keep using this as my passenger engine Thomas, so I can have my other Thomas being my good service. I'm going to have this doing a day out with Thomas event diesel, so it's going to have a, not really a devious diesel face, just more of a Mavis face, because that's the face that they always used back in the day. And then as for the Ginty, I'm going to try and get I'm going to try and get it to work on the track for a start, and then I might actually paint it black and then give it a BR crest, which I think would look quite cool. So yeah, that's it for this video, which was a tribute on 040s. I'll probably not end up doing every class of locomotive, because we've already done 040s and 060s. I don't think we'll be doing everything else. You know, otherwise we'll be here a long time. And plus I don't have that many wheel configurations. So that's it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Always much appreciated. And until next time, stay safe and thanks for watching.